Staying at home, turn off the phone, I will listen to you.
Well, hello and welcome back to another vlog. Wonder if anybody can guess where I am. It's the beautiful Peak District in Derbyshire. I'm on half-term holiday, so I've just whipped away for a night at a little Airbnb to pick out a few locations. I've got the Photographing the Peak District guide, and I've just picked out a few places actually near this area, but this is just a moor. I've stopped on the road on the way in. I'm actually staying in Eyam, and I'm going to be heading out to Stanage Edge, Padley Gorge, which I think is down in that way, and there's actually a place just over here called Surprise View that looks like it's got nice vistas at the top, but also really cool birch woodland down below. So no plan to this vlog, and we'll just see what happens. But I'm going to try and just enjoy the process more than anything else. With photography, I think that there's a danger that you associate a ratio or relationship between effort and the image that you get. So the fact that I've driven a bit of a distance and booked somewhere to stay for the night, I might just assume that because of that effort I'm going to get something that's worth keeping, but I might not. In fact, I probably won't, because generally those images are fairly rare. So I'm just going to enjoy the chance to be out in the wilderness on my own and yeah, see what we see. So let's crack on.
You lay in the sheets, you hold on to me like I'm already gone, and whisper your words like secrets written in an old moleskin, and look up above, the sunlight seems like it is gonna break in.
Spotted a shop. I'm on the edge of a quarry here, and what that gives you when you're right on the edge of somewhere like this is some foreground interest and a real chance to show some depth because of the ground dropping away. Obviously it almost looks like it's in midair. I can get my tripod right, so it goes very deep down here. Yeah, I don't know what kind of plant it is, as always, no idea. Might be cow parsley, I don't think it is. It's something white with some nice green. Now the only issue I've got is that there's light falling on the hills behind it, and ideally, light now, I want the light to be on the plant. So first job is to work out focal length. I don't think 35 quite works, which is a shame. Or will it? I can just crop in, because I'd really like a shallow depth of field, because behind it, falling away, there's some beautiful moors with some rocky outcrops. It's probably got a name where it is, but I can't work that out at the moment. So if I show you on the camera, let me put this into video mode and you can see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, we've got this beautiful flower catching the light with the moorland falling away behind it, and with an f-stop of 1.8 it should blur that out enough to draw the focus onto the flower in the foreground. So let me set that up properly and see if I can capture the shot. Reset. Oh, stop recording, and when I have, I'll show it you now. So I have just come for one more composition up here. I'm going to head down and get settled in my accommodation before tonight. So I was shooting, or I was aiming for a shot out onto the other side of the valley for some woodland, and I was actually setting up the video camera and pointed it this way and saw all the drama in the clouds and thought, I've got to try and get something to capture that. It's a quarry up here and there's lots of rock, so I've chosen a rock. That's one that's got sort of a flatter rock sort of sat against it. It makes a really nice composition with that in the foreground and the background moody clouds. So a lot of drama, a lot of blues in the clouds. I think I can really make quite a dramatic shot. I'm just going to try putting the polarizer on. I have shot it already, and I have actually focus stacked it to try and I want to get everything in focus for this one. shot it quite wide, so I'm just going to see, just seeing if it takes some glare out of the clouds to give more sort of texture. It's making no difference, so I don't need to shoot that. So I've shot plenty of compositions already, but yeah, I'll just show you what that looks like. Oh, I can't in the video camera. I've shot plenty of compositions already, so I'll show you that one. And the next time you see me, I'll be over on Stanage Edge, hopefully with some light and drama in the sky tonight, so fingers crossed.
Driving down the road that I grew up on once again. It's when I pass your door, the memories come back again. Pictures of us flooding back just like a wave. Makes me wonder what happened, what you're up to today. Remember when we stole your mother's car, we drove for days. Teenagers with too many fears.
I think there might be a plan change I was just going to update you on. I'm settled in my nice little annex in Eyam, and the weather forecast is, it says that all the cloud will clear pretty much almost sort of bang on sunset-ish, 8-9 o'clock time, so that could work really well. But at the moment there's been showers and things outside, and at the moment there's quite a lot of clouds, so I don't really know what's going to happen. But I've been looking through my book, and I had been set, as I said, on Stanage Edge, but I'm not sure it looks really that interesting. The best sort of composition I can find that I think is this one. So we've got the rocky outcrop with the light on it, and then the woodland, but there's just very little happening off in the distance, whereas looking at Bamford Edge, just show that on Google Maps, it looks out towards Lady Bower Reservoir, which I just think gives a lot more interest. Again, unfortunately the only issue is the sun is going to set directly over the water or behind it, which is where ultimately I'd have my camera facing, so that might be a challenge up to sunset, but it would also mean that after the sun has set, if we get some colour in the sky, that could look really nice and dramatic. So I think I'm going to go for Bamford Edge. It's currently 5:45. I think I probably need to get going. So I'm going to head over that way, and I'll catch up with you when I'm out there, hopefully with some nice light and something happening for me to take a picture of. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Staying at home, turn off the phone, I will listen to you. You lay in the sheets, you hold on to me like I'm already gone, and whisper your words like secrets written in an old moleskin. Look up above, the sunlight seems like
I just had to really rush over here. Welcome up to Bamford Edge, or the beginning of it. My plan is to get further along to get some sunset shots, but there is crazy stuff happening with the light at the moment, so I'm just trying to capture this on the zoom lens. I think I might need a wider lens as well. I'm going to get the wider lens. I just love that silhouette with the cloud texture in the background. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know how well these are going to come out. It's great to witness something different happening. Hope you can hear me, it's windy up there. Oh man, that looks awesome. I'm going to shoot a wide shot with the path in, although the path is not getting any of the light. Maybe just a corner of the ferns. Focus in the distance, F11. Oh yes, the sunbeams are coming out really well. The glove is a cloth, I'm littering. So sorry. No, the angle I'm at, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get some of this foreground in. Oh, it looks really good on the back of the camera. all the streaks of light that are coming out. Amazing. Oh, there's a lone tree over on that hillside. I'm going to get the zoom lens back out. Oh, this is a great shot. Just that lone tree on the hillside with the light behind it. I can see the hill line, a bit of the trees in the background. Look at this light. Just look at it. Oh my God, the hillside now. This is totes insane, y'all. Been watching way too much Breaking Bad. Oh. Craziness happening. Oh, there's people up on there. Up on the Stanage edge. Not the Stanage, the Bamford edge. Let's get them. Oh, that's a really nice composition. We've got them off to the right. That layers happening all throughout. Now they're leaving. Damn you. Oh yes. Oh, if that one person's... Oh yeah, you're going out there on your own. Go on. Oh yes. Lone hiker. It's making my day yet. I'm fairly certain you all can't hear me. It's the way these layers of trees are catching the light is unbelievable. Right, I've got to stop you filming now, I really have. Well, that was some crazy right there. The weather conditions just went absolutely insane. So you saw the light that was sort of streaming through the clouds. There was obviously then a wall of rain coming this way, which was obviously being lit up by all the sunshine. So as I was walking up the side, to the left of me was just this sort of wall of white light. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Almost couldn't see the peak in the distance. Not quite sure what that one is. I'll have to check it out. I think it must be a famous one because it looks quite high. So yeah, so then walked up, and then as the rain sort of passed over me, off to the right, I saw these lads who were walking up ahead sort of look off in the other direction, and there was just the clearest rainbow I think I've ever seen. But there's just beautiful sunlight coming down into the valley, which is just green fields and trees. It's just so beautiful. It's Derbyshire through and through. So I think I'm probably going to get the zoom lens out and just pick out some compositions down there. Well, I will attempt to finish what I was saying before, which I tried twice more without realising my phone was full. Yeah, I was going to try and shoot some stuff handheld with my zoom lens, but there wasn't any sun in the valley then, so I walked further along and just come across the view that I've been coming to see, so which is absolutely stunning. So that's Lady Bower down there. That's definitely what I'm wanting to shoot. The sun is going to arc down, it is going to set sort of just behind it, but I'm hoping with the clouds and everything we've got happening in the sky there might be something really dramatic at sunset, so I'll definitely be waiting for that. So I'll probably just get myself sat down. If I drop down off this rock, it's a bit more sheltered, and just wait for the light to get a bit softer, the sky to get a bit more dramatic, and then hopefully I can get something big. But I also just said this trip has already succeeded in what I wanted it to do, which is just to inspire me again and make me feel good about photography. And it's just being up here on your own is something else.
Driving down the road that I grew up on once again. It's when I pass your door, the memories come back again. Pictures of us flooding back just like a wave. Makes me wonder what happened, what you're up to today. Remember when we stole your mother's car, we drove for days. Teenagers with too many feelings and rage.
Okay, so some more tweaks and changes. Actually didn't find I could get much on the zoom lens. I've got one or two shots of trees, but I don't think anything particularly exciting. And then I'd set up over there and I was looking for compositions of the rocks in front of the reservoir, and that just wasn't working for me. I think because of that I moved over here as well, and actually I found something much better. So I've got a stone wall that's sort of broken in places and it's been grown over with this beautiful, I don't know what this shrub is, but it's in the daytime, in the light, it's a really vivid green. But already now with barely any light, it's just got a beautiful sort of warm colour to it. So I've got that in the foreground with the reservoir and the bridge and the water in the distance. So the sun's just gone behind a very big cloud, but it is going to come out the bottom of it just in time, I think, before sunset in about 40 minutes. So I'm just going to wait, and I'm very happy to do that, as this is the, you know, the big shot I think I've come here for. I've also noticed, since setting you up there, there's a very nice shot following this wall down across the valley and to pick up the peak on the other side, but I don't know if that's going to get enough light for that to work. That's possibly there as well. Actually, now the sun's gone behind the cloud, it's such a beautiful scene. It's so lovely and calm. Just me and the sheep. As it should be. What a place. There's lots of little birds as well darting in and out of the heather. It's the first time I've just done this on my own. I'm so glad I did. Yeesh. Yippers. That cloud is an absolute beast. It's breaking up. It's starting to get a pinky hue. Oh, I hope it gets something nice. Fairly poorly equipped in terms of snacks. I've got Mentos, but I have a plan when I come down from here to try and find a pub that's still open and hit a shop on the way back for some serious snacks when I get back to my room. Jawohl!
Remember when my father taught us how to play guitar, and we started up a band in my garage. We thought our dream would take us so far, but after a week or so it all just fell apart. But we were high.
Right, sorry, excuse the bad cinematography. I haven't got my tripod is in the boot. I was in a hurry to get back into the car because my fingers were absolutely freezing, which is also why I didn't do this piece to camera up at the top there. The light was really nice, it was really pretty, but it didn't light up the valley at all. I actually think sunrises would be much better for that. It'd be coming from behind, it would come over the top, light the wall and the hedge, and it would light the reservoir in the distance. So I think sunrises are probably generally better, I think, than sunsets, are easier to get. But I do think the better shots I took were the ones on my way up there when I got those amazing conditions. So I'm hoping they turned out really cool. My mission is now to get myself back down into civilization, see if I can find a pint of something cold and fizzy. So thanks for watching, thanks for supporting. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.